Good morning, everybody. So I am perky this morning. I have had a few cups of coffee. So if this video is, a little crazy, that's why. Not unheard of for me to have a few cups of coffee. It is my favorite beverage. Anyway, we are getting on with, let me take a sip and move it out of the way before I knock it out of the way. Okay, so this is the long-awaited glue video. These are the glues that I tried. So a lot of Elmer's, obviously, and of course the Oohoo, and I did throw in the Aleene's tacky glue. I ended up getting some rubber cement and of course Fabri-Tac. So this is going to be a quick video. What I have found is that glue sticks, regardless of what they are, and these are the kind of the only two I tried. So these two perform about the same. They are not permanent, even though this, they don't say they're permanent. So anyway, yeah. So what I have found with the glue sticks is that they are pretty quick holding, but they don't have any staying power. So if you are using these two in your journals only, I would suggest you use something else besides these. These are great for stuff like this. These little tags I made, they're great. They hold, but as you can see, they're kind of coming. This one, is it? Oh, yeah. See, no, this one is not. So anyway, these are all done with Elmer's. Okay. So I did a whole bunch with Elmer's, and the staying power is phenomenal. This is also phenomenal, but they don't last like I just did these last night. So over time, they kind of crack. I will say the Oohoo is a little bit crunchier than the Elmer's glue stick. So the Elmer's glue stick is still pretty pliable, like this. The Oohoo glue stick, when you do this, it kind of cracks. I do not like that about it. So I am going to go with the Elmer's glue stick on that front. If I am sewing, I'm going to use a glue stick because it's fast and it's easy. That being said, if you do, for whatever reason, don't like the glue stick, don't want to use the glue stick, I will tell you, and I don't have it here, it's in this bottle, is just plain old Elmer's. I put it in a Sugar Bell bottle because my husband bought me a whole gallon of it for Christmas. The Elmer's just school glue, the stuff you get for, $1 in the grocery store, wherever. Elmer's school glue is good. I love it. I have used it solely since my husband got it for me for Christmas, and I will tell you, it performs well. I really haven't found a bad thing about it. Well, no. That's the poor choice of words. The only thing about it is it warps if you do not squeegee it. So I will show you basically what I do. Let me grab a piece of book page. Okay, so here's my glue page. So I will tell you, this is what I do. Let me move these aside. Okay, so if I'm making a tag with the Elmer's, I am going to put it on fairly heavy, okay, fairly heavy, like this. What I do, And of course now it's going to make a liar out of me, heavy. What I do is I take a credit card, or an old credit card, obviously. I have an old Starbucks card that I use, and I do this with it. Okay. I squeegee it down, or burnish it, or whatever you want to call it. And you can see the paper warp a little bit. Okay, so it does warp. It is a very wet glue. But I will tell you, if you squeegee it down, it performs fabulously. So, and then you just do this, and then I get a dry squeegee. This is my dry squeegee, and this is my wet squeegee. So I burnish it down and see it buckle. It doesn't buckle, it curls ever so slightly, but it dries flat like this, okay? So that is what I have found with the Elmers. Like I said, I am completely went to Elmers. It's cheap. It holds. The reason I started all of this, I don't know if you watched one of my Christmas videos was, or one of the videos before Christmas. What happened was I was using the Oohoo glue stick, and I came back after the weekend, after letting it sit for the weekend, because I was at the cabin, and all of my tags were peeled up. Like every single one of them peeled, the book page peeled off the cardstock with the Oohoo glue stick. So I was angry. I was like, geez, now I have to do them all over again. So that's what started this whole thing. And I told my husband, I said, my kids are 33, 31, and 27. And their projects that they made with Elmer's school glue from when they were in kindergarten are still holding together. I still have some of them. They are still holding together. I'm like, Elmer's is the bomb. And sure enough, it is. So you will get this. Like I said, if you want them flat, burnishing is the way to go. So old credit card and little squeegee tool, and so you get a nice flat. Now, I will tell you, it is a little wet to the touch. Okay, it does take a little bit of time to dry. That is the only downside to Elmer's, is that it is a hair bit wet. The art glitter glue, which I do not have here, grabs faster, and it's a little more dry, as is the Fabri-Tac, okay? So the Fabri-Tac is great. This is expensive. The art glitter glue is expensive. And so I have switched completely from the art glitter glue, and I do still have the Fabri-Tac, and I put it in a Sugar Bell bottle upside down. You saw that in my holy goodness, maybe I haven't had enough coffee this morning. You saw that in my craft room tour video of my upside down bottles, how I keep them. Anyway, so like I said, this is still wet, but the hold is there. I must not have got this on the edge. Like I said, the hold is there, and it works great. Okay, so that is that. I have also found the Aleene's tacky glue is very good. Also a cheap option. This is a little more sticky. Obviously, it's tacky glue. So I did like this as well. And this is really good for, this is a very inexpensive option for jewels and, you know, your little gemmies and your flatback pearls and your flatback, you know, cabochons and stuff. This is a good option. Elmer's will work, but It's not as tacky, and like I said, it's wet. It's a very wet glue, so this is a good option for your flatbacks, your flatback gems, your flatback pearls, your cabochons, anything like that that you want a good sticky hold to. This is a good option. Now we also have, now that was plain, this I just did with plain Elmer's, and you can see it's almost, you can still feel it, it's wet, but it's, the hold power is great. So then my husband also got me, when he got me the gallon of Elmer's, he also bought this, which is an extra strong formula, and it dries fast, and it does, and it is fabulous. The only problem with this is well, there's not really many problems with it. It's a hair bit more expensive. And when I say more expensive, maybe 25 to 50 cents expensive if you're in the States. So really also a good option. You cannot, as far as I know, get this in the gallon size. So that was my caveat, was I wanted a gallon of it because obviously, you know, we go through a lot of glue, and I wanted something that I could have a lot of and always on hand. But this is a good option. And it does dry fast, still a little bit wet, but a good option. So move those aside. Now we get into the Elmer's Craft Bond, which is also fabulous. A little more expensive than this, and a hair bit, maybe $1 more expensive than this, and probably like $1.50 more expensive than the Elmer's regular school glue. Good option. It is on par with the Aleene's tacky glue, okay? So if you're looking for a good wet glue option, it does bond fabric. I will say that the Elmer's, even the extra strong bond and the Elmer's regular school glue, is not crazy great on fabric because of the drying time. It takes forever to dry, and it doesn't really stick well. So I will say, if you're doing fabric, the Aleene's tacky glue or the Craft Bond, okay? Like I said, Elmer's is really, I'm sold on Elmer's, really. I am. I think it's a good option. And then I just decided to get some rubber cement to test it out. Also an okay option. No wrinkle formula, but this stuff smells so bad. And honestly, you have to put in your driver's license here in the States if you want to buy it. So it's a little more of a pain in the butt to kind of get. And yeah, so you can not, I believe, as far as I know, you cannot order it online because you have to put your license in, and yeah, you have to be over 21 to buy it. So anyway, so that's that, and I don't have a lot to say about it. It works. You have to put it on both sides of the paper. It doesn't wrinkle. It is acid free and photo safe and all of that. And it does also dry clear. I will say all of these dry clear. Pretty much all of these dry clear. I will say the Aleene's tacky glue is thick, and if you get it on your project, you know, outside of your area, it does, it dries clear, but it dries raised, almost like embossed. So just watch the Aleene's tacky glue. But the Elmer's kind of levels out and is pretty flat if you get it anywhere else on your project. So anyway, that's the rubber cement. I don't have too much to say about that. It was just a whim that I got it. So yeah, there's that. And then of course the Fabri-Tac, which everybody knows is great for, and like I said, I did use it in my last video, which is up now. I just uploaded it. Which is the little journals that I created, the little Valentine's journals that I created. So I use this on plastic, and like if I'm gluing fabric to plastic, and I showed you in that video, oh my goodness, gluing paper to plastic, bubble mailers, you know, the holy crow, Elizabeth, the Amazon packaging, the bubble mailers, this is good for. It is also good, obviously, for fabric. We all know what Fabri-Tac does. It's a wonderful product, super expensive. And I believe that's it. This is all I tried. So my recommendation is, of course, if you know, money is no object, then obviously the Fabri-Tac and the art glitter glue and the Barely Arts glue, which I have tried in the past. I haven't tried it recently, but you know, if you want to spend the money, they're great products. I just realized a while ago that I was going through a lot of Fabri-Tac and a lot of art glitter glue because of the amount of journals I was making and the amount of February I was making. And I was like, man, there has got to be a better option than spending, you know, $14 or $15 on 8 ounces of glue. So there was, and I am sold on the Elmer's regular school glue. Like I said, if you want to use it on paper, I would just squeegee it out. So it will ripple a little bit if you kind of don't squeegee it out. But honestly, you can also just use your finger and then it peels off, and that's fun too. But like I said, I will say the glue sticks I'm not a fan of, because they just don't have the staying power like I thought they would. And I don't know, everybody likes the Oohoo, not my favorite, and I'm wondering if I was doing something wrong, if I wasn't using enough. I have no idea, but all my stuff peeled up with it. I don't know if it was the kind of paper I was using. I did try different papers. I tried book page. It was okay on the book page, but what it wasn't okay on was book page to cardstock, and my cardstock was not glossy. It wasn't, so I'm not sure if it was just the cardstock I was using that weekend. I have no idea, but that is what my you know, my oh my goodness, my experience with the Oohoo glue stick was, and the Elmer's the same. So that is a wrap. That is my glue video. I know there's 100 other glues out there, and if you want, you can leave me a comment and tell me what your favorite glue is, and maybe I'll try it. But right now I am sold on the Elmer's, and so I'm solely using the Elmer's and the Fabri-Tac now. So anyway, you guys have a good day. I will be back. If you like this video, you got anything out of it, leave me a comment, leave me a like, subscribe if you want some more content, and I will catch you in the next video.